They really turned out here to enjoy this one as the Lakers starters are being introduced now. Okay, Grand Valley State last weekend coming off two big wins at Walsh and Malone. A 14-point victory at Walsh last Thursday, a 10-point victory at Malone last Saturday. But the last time the Lakers were here on their home floor, they lost to Findlay. That was an 82-66 loss on January 3rd, the second night of back-to-back games for the Lakers after they beat Wayne State the day before. Grand Valley State won its first 5 home games and has lost 3 out of 4, but looking to right the ship here with Northern Michigan here tonight and Michigan Tech on Saturday afternoon. We'll try and keep you up to date with the scores going on throughout the conference. Laker women won earlier tonight in a blowout, 70-30 over Northern Michigan. You heard that right, 70-30. The Lakers went on a 35-6 run to end the first half of action and really get this one going in their favor. Again, winning by 40 for the second consecutive home game. Northern Michigan comes out with their road green uniforms, the yellow lettering and yellow numbering, and the white-yellow trim down the shorts. Grand Valley State comes out with the white jerseys, the home whites, with the blue lettering and the blue and black trim down the shorts. Kenny Williams, 6'6", 285, is going to do the jump ball with Chaz Rollins, 6'8", 225. The tip-off is right at 8:03 p.m. as Rollins wins the tip. Our game time is presented by Earhart Construction, the official construction company of the Grand Valley Sports Network. Hayes dribbles across the timeline for Grand Valley State. Grand Valley going right to left here in this opening half. Rieskamp, top of the key, over to West, left wing. West looks down to Carbajal. Ricky in the paint, spins, stops, goes up, and is fouled by, I think it's going to be Naba Eccles. It will be on him, and Carbajal should be a shooting foul. Ricky will go to the free throw line. So just 20 seconds in, and Carbajal already at the stripe on the year. He's an 80% free throw shooter. In the last home game, as he makes the first one there, in the last home game, Carbajal surpassed 1,000 points in his career in the loss to Findlay. And Carbajal makes both. 2-0. Lakers on top quickly after the foul on Eccles. He dribbles the ball up the floor. Over to Jordan Perez, left side, and to Marcus Hall. Hall back to Eccles. Eccles picks up his dribble over to Nash on the right wing. Nash to Eccles, top of the key. He gives it off to Perez. Perez to Nash. Nash nearly loses it. Over to Eccles. Eccles puts up the jumper, and that's good. That's a 3. Just outside the three-point line, and it's 3-2. Northern Michigan. Eccles just a 28% shooter from three-point range. She has 13 made three-pointers on the year. Rieskamp down to Carbajal. Ricky spins away, over to Rieskamp, open for 3. That's good. Luke Rieskamp answers the three-pointer from Eccles with one of his own. It's 5-3. Grand Valley State just 70 seconds into this one. Eccles to Nash up the right sideline. And they swing it over to Marcus Hall, on the left side. Hall to Nash in the left corner, up to Perez. That's Hall with it, gets in the paint, puts up the shot. It's no good. It gets knocked around, and Rollins grabs the rebound. Rollins over to Rieskamp, right side, to Carbajal. Ricky gets to the free throw line, back out to Rieskamp, over to Hayes. AJ tries to drive, kicks it out to Carbajal. He fakes it, gets Williams in the air, out to Hayes, wide open for 3. Shots no good. Zach West gets the rebound in between 4 Wildcat defenders. Great job there by the freshman. West with it, over to Rieskamp, right side. Rieskamp to Carbajal in the West. Zach posts up and is fouled by Kenny Williams, and Zach West will go to the free throw line. Great job there by the freshman. Gets the rebound. He was between 3 defenders, and when he came down, Kenny Williams was there too. So West gets the rebound, keeps the possession going, and he ends up at the free throw line. Bizstream conquering the web one site at a time. West swishes his first free throw. It's 6-3 Lakers. 17:57 to play. Both fouls have been on Northern Michigan here in the early going. It was on Kenny Williams, his first. And West makes both. 7-3. 17:57 to play as Eccles brings the ball across midcourt. Over to Hall. Hall to Eccles on the right wing. looking down at Perez, can't get it to him. Eccles dribbles up to the top, hands it off to Perez. Perez tries to get past West, gets in the paint, little floater, it's up, no good. Williams tries to tip it in, and that's no good. Pulled down by Carbajal. Out to Hayes. Hayes to West. Back to Hayes, he's wide open. Tries to go down to Rollins, and the ball is kicked away by Nash, so it'll be Laker basketball. Bounces all the way back into the backcourt, and head coach Rick Wesley retrieves it in the backcourt. 21 seconds on the shot clock. It's 7-3 Lakers early on. They've kicked the extra point to make it a 7-3 score. Carbajal over to Hayes on the inbounds. Hayes comes off a screen from Rollins. Out to Rieskamp in the corner. For three, shot's no good. Kenny Williams the rebound for Northern Michigan, and Chaz Rollins is going to be whistled for a reach-in foul on the rebound. So Chaz is going to come out, as is what the Lakers do when the big man picks up an early foul. Justin Greason comes in. He's 6'10 freshman center from Shelby Township, Michigan. So Rollins will be on the bench for a few minutes. We just don't want to pick up another second foul here early on. Perez, top of the key, working on Rieskamp, now over to Eccles. Eccles to Hall. Look down to Nash. Nash wearing the GLIAC logo near the baseline, gets in the paint, goes up, shot blocked by Greason. It goes out of bounds off of the Lakers, so Northern Michigan has it with just 8 seconds left on the shot clock. As Terry Nash, a preseason All-GLIAC North Division second team member, is going to inbound the ball from the baseline. Gets it up top to Perez. Perez gets it back from Hall, drives in, puts up the floater off the glass. It's no good. Perez gets his own rebound as Williams tipped it up in the air. So a new shot clock for Northern Michigan. There's Eccles over the right side. Lakers in a 2-3 zone here. As Perez comes off a screen, gets in the paint, goes up, and is going to draw a foul on Justin Greason, who's fouled hard by the Laker big man. That's going to send Jordan Perez to the free throw line. Team's leading scorer at just under 14 a game. He's a 58% free throw shooter, though. Not very good. 17 of 29 at the line. First one's up and good. Darren Kapuska checks in for Zach West. Kapuska, the 5'9 senior guard from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Went to Northview High School. 16:29 to play. It's 7-4 Lakers. Perez's second free throw is off the front iron. Kapuska grabs the board. DK has been terrific recently running the point for the Lakers. Which his numbers here in a second. Hayes cross-court pass to Kapuska. Down to Greason. Greason spins in the paint, goes up, shot is no good. Maybe some contact, no foul called. Hall with it up the floor. Hall into the paint, out to Nash. 7-4 Laker lead. Eccles working on Kapuska, drives in, spins. Out to Hall for three, that's good. Marcus Hall hits the triple. It's his 18th three-pointer on the season. Hall shoots it at about 35%, so not a bad three-point shooter. He ties the game up at 7. 15:45 to play. Kapuska, right side, now dribbles up to the top of the key and over to Rieskamp. Rieskamp down to Carbajal. Carbajal gets doubled, puts a shot up, it's blocked. Greason gets it back, he goes up and is fouled by Marcus Hall. So that'll send Justin Greason to the free throw line on the year. Greason 8 of 16 at the stripe. Back to Kapuska, those numbers I was telling you about. He's 5th in the conference in assist to turnover ratio at 3.1 to 1. 53 assists on the year, just 17 turnovers. In the last 4 games, he has 25 assists and only 4 turnovers. 25 assists, 4 turnovers in the new year for Darren Kapuska. Greason made the first. Trevin Alexander comes in for Ricky Carbajal. Justin has a second one coming here. And he misses the second. It's rebounded by Perez. Perez up to Eccles. Hands it over to Hall. It's 8-7 Lakers. As Alexander's guarding Perez at the top. Into the paint is Hall. Tries to pass it down low. The ball is stolen by the Lakers. They try to get it to Alex Mustert, who just checked in, a 6'7 junior forward from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Went to Grand Rapids Community College before going up to Northern Michigan. Kapuska brings it back out. Over to Alexander. Looks down to Reiskamp. Luke posts up, goes up and scores and draws the foul on Alex Mustard. Bad foul there by Mustard as Reiskamp was going to score anyway, and Mustard fouled him. So when we come back from this media timeout, Reiskamp will have a chance for the three-point play. 14:58 to go. It's 10-7 Lakers. You're listening to GVSU basketball here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Rejoin music now. Liner, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
10-7. Grand Valley State leads. DJ Foster here with you sitting courtside. Luke Reiskamp already with 5 points in this one, and he's at the free throw line for a chance at the three-point play as he was fouled by Alex Mustard before we went to the break. Reiskamp, good free throw shooter, 73%. He makes the three-point play. The Lakers now lead 11-7 behind 6 points early on here from Luke Reiskamp. Into the game is Donnell Seegers for Northern Michigan. He checked in during the media timeout. Eccles over to the left side to Hall. Hall's three is up and good. Marcus Hall already has 2 3-pointers in this one, giving 6 points. And it's 11-10 Grand Valley State. Alexander working down low on Seegers. Spins in the paint. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Nash. Nash out to Eccles. Back to Nash. Over to Hall, left wing. Hall looks down to Mustard. Mustard spins on Greason. Goes up and is going to be whistled for a travel. Shuffled his feet after he made the initial move. Mustard's pretty well put together. 6'7", 240. But then you look at him next to Greason, who's 6'10", 230, and definitely has a little muscle on Justin, but Greason with the 3-inch height advantage there. Kapuska, top of the key for the Lakers. Comes off a screen from Alexander. Reiskamp gets it down to Trevin on the low left block. Trevin spins, finds Hayes open for 3. Shot is no good. It's tipped and almost out of bounds. Greason ends up getting it on the save by Hall. Hayes to Kapuska to Reiskamp, left side for 3. Shots no good. Hayes gets the rebound, goes back up. It's blocked. Goes back up again, no. And it's tipped and out to Marcus Hall for Northern Michigan. Hall drives on Kapuska. It's blocked by Alexander, but Hall draws the foul on Darren Kapuska. What a wild sequence down there. As Aaron Hayes had a couple shots at it. And the Lakers just couldn't get anything to go there. It's 11-10 as Hall steps to the free throw line. On the year, Hall's a 70% free throw shooter. First one's up and good. Alec Marty will check in for the Lakers. The 6'2 freshman guard from Midland, Michigan, checks in for Aaron Hayes. So it's Reiskamp, Kapuska, and Marty in the backcourt. Greason and Alexander in the front court. Hall's second free throw is good. Puts Northern Michigan back in front. 12-11 with 13:35 to play. Marty to Alexander, over to Kapuska. Alexander, left side from the wing, is up and good. The three-pointer by Trevin Alexander. It's 14-12, Grand Valley State. Isaiah Johnson in for Northern Michigan now. He gets it over to Seegers. Seegers back down low to Mustard. He spins, shot blocked out of bounds by Greason. It'll stay Northern Michigan ball, but big block shot there by Justin Greason, the true freshman. Right wing from Eccles, the 3 is up, it's no good, knocked away, and Rebounded by Kapuska. DK up the floor. Looks over to Reiskamp's way, then holds on to it. Over to Alexander. And Trevin is fouled by Mustert. Alexander, not a bad three-point shooter. Makes enough of them. He's 7 for 16 now. Over 40%, so you have to respect it enough. As Deshaun Lewis checks in for Luke Reiskamp. Kenny Williams comes back into the game for Northern Michigan for Alex Mustert. Lewis on the sideline. Up to Marty. Marty at midcourt at the GV logo to Kapuska. Kapuska left wing to Alexander at the top. They get it into Greason. Greason working on Kenny Williams. Drives in. Shot is no good. It's tipped away. Out of bounds. They're going to say, I believe, it was off Trevin Alexander. 12:38 to play. 14-12 Lakers. As Chaz Rollins checks back in for Justin Greason. Ball gets inbounded to Eccles. Coming up the floor. Over to Seegers. Seegers to Johnson. Up to Eccles. Top of the key. Goes away from a screen from Williams. Gets in the paint. Shot is no good. Rollins nearly had it. Marty ends up with it. Out to Kapuska. DK up the floor over to the left wing. Kapuska down to Alexander. Trevin trying to work on Seegers. In the paint. Little floaters up and in. Trevin Alexander has it going early with 5 quick points here. Laker lead is 16-12. Left side, Eccles hands off to Hall. Over to Johnson. Now Seegers with it in the right corner. Looks down to Williams. Ball knocked away. It's foul on, I think it's going to be on Chaz Rollins. If it is, that's his second. It will be on Rollins. He said it wasn't on him. But he has to come out of the game as Ricky Carbajal checks back in for the Lakers. And Terry Nash comes in for Northern Michigan. Chaz with 2 quick fouls here in this one. The Lakers get it over to, Northern Michigan gets it over to Jordan Perez, who's back in the game. And he is fouled by Ricky Carbajal. The refs are whistle happy here in this one. Both teams have whistled for 5 fouls here already in just the first 8 minutes of this one. Perez gets it into Nash. Nash over to the left side to Johnson. Johnson in front of the Laker bench, comes off a screen. Over to Perez. Perez down to Williams, works on Carbajal, gets in the paint and scores. Kenny Williams, maybe the biggest guy in the conference, 6'6", 285. The big fella he's put together. 16-14 Lakers. Kapuska fouled from behind, no foul call. Marty gets the pass over to Alexander on the right side. Trevin back to Marty. Marty drives in, off-balance shot, and he is fouled on his way up. So Alec Marty will head to the free throw line. Much to the dismay of head coach Bill Saul for Northern Michigan, his 3rd year at Northern Michigan, after spending 11 seasons at Ferris State. Winning 4 GLIAC North Division titles during his time at Ferris, making the NCAA tournament 3 times. Struggling in the first couple of years at Northern Michigan, just 18-48 overall. As Marty has first free throw, and it's good. Zach West checks in for Darren Kapuska. Aaron Hayes looks like he's going to come back in for Marty if he makes this shot. Yeah, Northern Michigan was 9-19 last season overall, 5-21 in Saul's first year at Northern Michigan. That was 2013-14. Off to a 4-8 start this year. Marty's free throw is up and good. As he'll come out, Hayes will come back in. 18-14, 11-12 remaining. As Terry Nash will bring the ball up the floor for the Wildcats. Up top to Nash, over the right side to Johnson. Fakes the 3, comes off a screen from Williams. Now back to Seegers, that's Mustert in the paint. Shot is no good, which it was Seegers. Shot was still no good, but Alexander gets it out to West. West back to Hayes. AJ with it. Drives into the paint, goes up and scores with the right hand. Aaron Hayes with his first bucket. It's 20-14 now as Hayes with a nice finish there. Northern Michigan really trying to slow this game down. The Lakers trying to reverse that and go the other way. Push the pace a little bit. Double team here. The ball nearly stolen by Hayes, but Nash ends up with it. Nash gets in the paint, stops, puts the shot up. It's no good. Trevin Alexander comes flying in for the rebound. Over to Hayes. Hayes to Lewis. Over to Alexander. Now Zach West drives. He goes up. Shot is no good. He ends up on the floor. So does Carbajal. Northern Michigan gets it out in transition with Nash. Nash over to Johnson. Johnson to Williams, top of the key for three. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson out to Seegers, puts it on the floor. And over to Perez, left side. To Kenny Williams, working in the paint. Then whistled for a travel. 9:39 to play here in the first half. It's 20-14 Grand Valley State. Come on back after this media timeout. Lakers leading by 6. You're listening to Laker basketball here on the Grand Valley Sports Network. It's in the settings on the key reports. If you can try and do it now, it would be good. It's under key reports. Key reports. It's under settings. Specialty stats.
Seconds.
Okay.
All right, we got rejoin music. Liner. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
9:39 to play. DJ Foster here with you as Grand Valley State leads 20-14 midway through this first half of action. It's the Lakers and the Wildcats. Northern Michigan coming with a little full court pressure here as Deshaun Lewis gets it into Aaron Hayes. Back to Lewis. Lewis, the 6'4" freshman guard from Sterling Heights, Michigan, went to Detroit Country Day High School. And Lewis again whistled for a travel. Came to a jump stop and then stepped with his pivot foot to make the pass. It's a travel on Lewis. Perez gets it into Naba Eccles. Eccles over to Nash on the right side. Wants a screen from Mustard, now goes away from it. Back to Perez. And Perez drives, and a foul is called on Deshaun Lewis. So both teams now with 6 fouls here, and we're barely past the midway point of this first half. Luke Reiskamp's going to check in for Deshaun Lewis. 9:14 to play. Nash gets it into Perez at the top of the key. Over to Hall. Lakers really guarding Hall a little differently now as he made a couple three-pointers on his first 2 shots. Eccles dribbles up to the top. Over to Hall and right back. 2-3 zone here. As Perez on the right side, back to Eccles. Top of the key for 3, that's good. Naba Eccles with a pair of three-pointers here. It's 20-17. Lakers get it down quickly, and Reiskamp is fouled. And head coach Bill Saul is furious. If you haven't seen Bill Saul, he has a history of not wearing his suit jacket for very long during some games. It might fly into the third row. I'll keep you updated on when that comes off. His shirt usually comes untucked, his dress shirt. And again, the jacket sometimes ends up as a souvenir to some lucky fan as Reiskamp makes the first free throw. 8:45 to play. It's 21-17. Reiskamp now with 7. As Justin Greason back into the game for the Lakers. Comes in for Alexander. Reiskamp makes both. It's 22-17. Luke off to a good start with 8 points here. Eccles gets across midcourt. And Northern Michigan really just trying to slow this game down and make it into like a 50-45 type game. As Mustard with it. Over to Nash. Nash looking for Perez coming off the screen. Can't get it to him. Nash dribbles to the left side. Down to Mustard. Works on Greason. Goes up. Shot is no good. Greason had a hand on it. Carbajal gets the rebound. Carbajal to Hayes. Hayes up the floor. Pull-up jumper is good. Aaron Hayes quickly gets down the floor and hits the bucket. Give him 4 points. It's 24-17. 8 minutes to play. Hall thought about the three. That's going to be a double dribble. He went up for a three. Carbajal was all over him. And so he got up in the air and he put the ball down on the floor and was whistled for the double dribble. Rieskamp into Hayes. Again, a 7-point Laker lead. That's their biggest of the ball game. Northern Michigan is led by as many as one. They've had the lead a couple of times. Carbajal to West. West faked the three. Northern Michigan out with a 3-2 zone defense, trying to extend the Lakers on the perimeter. As Carbajal looks over to Hayes. Hayes to Zach West, puts up the three. Shot's no good. Greason had a hand on it. It's rebounded by Terry Nash. Nash out to Eccles. Eccles over to Mustard. Mustard back to Eccles. Being defended by West now. Looks over to Nash, left corner for three. Shot's no good. Greason goes up and gets it for the Lakers. Hands it off to Hayes. 7:12 remaining. Lakers leading by 7. Hayes to the left side to Carbajal. Down low. Baseline jumper is up and good. Ricky turned, faced up, spotted the basket, and hit the shot. 26-17. Carbajal now with 4. Lakers starting to figure some things out offensively. They've scored the last few possessions here. As Hall with it. Comes off a screen back to Perez. Perez, step back three is up, no good. Greason goes after it, and both Greason and Mustard go down. And they look like they're both okay. And I think it's going to be Laker basketball. I didn't see a signal yet, but Northern Michigan calls a timeout. I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. I'm not sure. I still don't know whose basketball it is, so it'll be a surprise to me when they come back out. So I'll make sure to let you know. But Grand Valley State leading 26-17. The Lakers looking to move to 12-3 on the year and 6-3 in conference play. The Lakers have Michigan Tech coming up on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. The women play at 1 p.m. The Laker men will take on Michigan Tech at 3 p.m. A big battle between the Lakers and the Huskies. Michigan Tech struggling a little bit to start the year, 4-4 in conference play, but I'm sure they'll be ready to go on Saturday afternoon. It'll be a blackout, so make sure to wear your black to support Grand Valley State. The Lakers will be wearing their alternate, I guess you could say, black uniforms. We're still trying to figure out exactly whose ball it is. It's going to be Northern Michigan's. The referees just changed, saying something to the press row next or across the way, but the scorer's table, I should say. Not sure what it was. But ball gets inbounded to Williams. Over to Hall. His three is up. Shot is no good. Greason goes up and gets it at its highest point. And over to Hayes. Hayes crosses over, gets it to Kapuska, who just checked in. Kapuska comes off a screen from Greason. Drives in, over to Rieskamp in the corner. Back to Hayes. AJ drives into the paint, goes up, scores, and is fouled. Aaron Hayes put a little bit of English on that one and got the shot to fall. I couldn't tell with my angle if it bounced off the glass and in or if it just went up and spun around and fell through the hole. Either way, a really nice shot there by Aaron Hayes. He has a chance for the three-point play. AJ's got 6 here early on, and it's 28-17. Hayes at the line this season, 71%er. First one, or the only one, I should say, off the front of the rim. AJ was 10 of 11 at the line last week at Malone, last Saturday, when he scored a career-high 21 points. 6:10 remaining, 11-point Laker lead. Hall with it. Hands it off to Nash. All you wrestling fans will appreciate that handoff. Hall to Nash. Maybe a little NWO there for you. Jordan Perez into the paint. Over to Nash. Back to Perez. Thought about the three. Drives with 1 on the clock. None, and it's a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Lakers to get the basketball back with 5:49 to play here in the first half. Ricky Carbajal is going to check in for Justin Greason. Good minutes there from Justin. So it's Alexander, Carbajal, Kapuska, Hayes, and Reiskamp on the floor for the Lakers. And I say trying to build on this 11-point lead here. As Hayes over to Carbajal. To Kapuska. Now Reiskamp catches it. In motion, gets in the paint. Ball's on the floor. Alexander comes up with it. It's ripped away, and that's a jump ball. It's going to stay Laker basketball. As I think Alexander was tied up with Williams. Or maybe Nash, potentially. But either way, Lakers have the ball. 18 on the shot clock. Reiskamp's going to inbound from underneath the Laker basket up to Alexander. Over to Hayes. They're trying to work Carbajal down low, near the left block. Gets just outside the paint, back to Hayes. Hayes back to Carbajal. Ricky's going to put up the three. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Hall. Hall to Eccles, up the left side. Eccles, top of the key. Over to Nash. Nash to Eccles. Over to Williams. Kenny Williams in the paint. Goes up and he's fouled by Trevin Alexander. Trevin got a lot of the ball there, but I think got some of his arm too. And that's the first foul on Trevin Alexander. Those are two big boys meeting up down low, Alexander and Kenny Williams. As Kenny will go to the free throw line. On the year, 48% free throw shooter and swishes the first. Justin Greason comes in for Trevin Alexander. It's 28-18. Actually, correction, Carbajal comes out. Greason stays in. Or Greason comes in and Alexander stays in. 28-18. Carbajal getting a pep talk on the bench from assistant coach Jeff Bauer. They worked that last inbounds play for him. I wonder if they wanted Carbajal to make a little bit more happen offensively. As the second free throw by Williams is also good. 28-19, 5:05 to play. This game getting a little physical here. As Greason and Seegers got tied up on the last rebound. Or this rebound attempt, I should say. Alexander with it. Long two is up and good. Alexander's foot on the line. Well, that would have been his second three of the half. 30-19, 4:48 to play. Eccles, top of the key. Looks over to the right side to Nash. Nash comes off a screen, a legal screen on Kenny Williams. Justin Greason called it out as the referee said it. That'll take us to the under 5 media timeout. 4:41 to play. Grand Valley State 30, Northern Michigan 19. You're listening to Laker basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
All right, guys, let's get ready to go for donuts race. Live contestants. We have Ariel in white area. We have Jamie in black. We have Jake. All right, guys, what we're going to do is run down the court. We're going to get the basketball, and then the first one to come back to the opposite side of the court.
Hey, DJ, I can give a scoreboard update for the half.
At halftime? Perfect.
Yep, there's a couple of NBA games, NHL games, and this one's going to be real hard for me to talk about, but MSU is once again losing to Iowa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I might get a little emotional on that. Yeah, it was 54-33 a couple of minutes ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't even talk about it. It's making me sad. 5 seconds. All right, we got rejoin music, liner, and get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
4:41 to play in the first half. DJ Foster here courtside inside the Fieldhouse Arena. Lakers lead 30-19 with the basketball. Hayes crosses midcourt. Over to Alexander, left side. Trevin hands it off to Reiskamp. Over to Hayes. Hayes comes off a screen from Greason. AJ drives in the paint. A lot of contact. Gets the ball back. It's on the floor now. He's going after it. Hayes finally gets it back, throws it up. There's 3 players on the ground. Lakers have to see the shot clock. Only down to 6. I think Kapuska notices. To Alexander for 3. That's in! What a possession there. Aaron Hayes fought for that loose ball for what seemed like an eternity. Kapuska recognized the shot clock was winding down, and Alexander hits the 3. He's got 10 points here in the first. Eccles works to the left side. Cross-court pass to Nash. Nash in the corner to Seegers. Seegers drives and scores with the right hand. Nice spin move in the paint to make it 33-21. Hayes crosses midcourt over to Kapuska. Kapuska to Greason. DK drives, leaves it for Hayes, left wing. Looks down to Alexander. He's feeling it. Low left block. Gets in the paint, little floater, up and in. Trevin Alexander is fired up. Playing with some intensity here. He's got 12. The Laker leads out to 14. Johnson over to Nash, left side. Nash to Eccles, pulls up for the three from the corner. It's no good. Greason the rebound and then lost it off his hands, out of bounds. May have been poked out of bounds, but Greason taps his chest as if to say, my bad. 3:05 to play. Northern Michigan will get a new shot clock here. That was Greason's 5th rebound already, leading all players with 5 boards. Catching it at the top of the key and driving all the way into Seegers, and he scores with the left hand. Kind of uncontested there. 35-23. Hayes moves away from an Alexander screen. Nice move by Hayes in the paint, and he is fouled. I think it's on Seegers. Great move by Hayes. Worked away from the screen from Alexander, so lost one defender there, and then went off of the screen again and got into the paint and was fouled. Hayes, 6 points, 2 boards, and an assist here early on. He missed his earlier free throw, but he'll have 2 as the foul on Seegers was his 3rd. AJ makes the first as Jordan Perez comes back into the game for Donnell Seegers. Grand Valley State University, educating students to shape their lives, their professions, and their societies. Ricky Carbajal checks in for Justin Greason. As Hayes will get a second free throw here with 2:52 to play. It's up off the front of the iron. No good. Rieskamp tips it out to Hayes. Lakers get a new possession there. Good job there by Rieskamp to keep it alive. Alexander right side. Goes and hands it off to Hayes. AJ into the paint, goes up, and he's fouled again. So Aaron Hayes will go right back to the free throw line. He's mad at himself. He missed the layup there. It wasn't an easy shot. It wasn't like a gimme or anything, but Hayes will have 2 more free throws here as he draws the foul on Mustard. So again, Hayes was 10 of 11 at the line at Malone on Saturday. First free throw here is up and good. So he's 2 for 4. Hayes with 8 first half points. Second free throw is up and good. Zach West will check in for Luke Rieskamp. Kenny Williams comes back in for Northern Michigan for Alex Mustard. So 9 for Hayes. It's 2:37 left here in the first half. Make sure you stay tuned for the halftime report presented by Northwestern Mutual. We'll preview the game against Michigan Tech coming up on Saturday afternoon with assistant coach Jeff Bauer. Kenny Williams, top of the key, over to the right side to Perez. Perez to Nash. Nash nearly lost it. Alexander tipped the ball out of bounds. It'll stay Northern Michigan basketball. Good hustle there by Trevin. Nash is going to inbound it along the baseline. And gets it back to Perez near midcourt. Perez to Johnson. Back to Perez. Looks down low, stolen by Alexander. Great hands there by Trevin. Gets it over to Kapuska. DK coming up the floor. Wanted a backdoor cut for Hayes. Oh, Kapuska broke Nash's ankles. Can't hit the shot. It's a loose ball, and Williams loses it out of bounds. Derek Kapuska, I don't know if Nash fell because of the move or if he tripped over Carvajal's foot when he set the screen, but either way, it looked bad. It looked like Kapuska just crossed Nash over and fell to the ground. Couldn't convert the bucket, though. You got to put the exclamation point on it if you're Kapuska. Gets a screen now from Carbajal here. And a cross-court pass to Hayes. Hayes to West. Corner 3. Little too strong and rebounded on the weak side by Perez. Perez out to Eccles. Drives in the paint. Stripped by Kapuska. And out of bounds. It'll stay Northern Michigan basketball. 1:39 to play. It's 38-23 Lakers. Nash is going to inbound it. Weak side gets it into Eccles. Eccles to Perez, drives into the paint, out to Johnson. Kapuska just strips it away. DK out in front to Hayes. AJ goes up. Oh, I thought he wanted to throw down the dunk, but he didn't. He just finished with the layup. Nearly had me off my seat there. As Eccles on the other side, out to Perez. And Perez is going to draw a foul on Zach West. Hayes now with 11 points already. As it's 40-23 now. Again, Hayes with 11. And at the free throw line is Perez. And the shot is no good. Alexander the rebound. So Lakers get the basketball back. Hayes up the floor to Alexander. To Alexander for the three. No good. Rebounded on the weak side by Perez. Perez up the floor to Eccles. Less than a minute to play. It's 40-23 Lakers. And Alexander gets the steal. Out to Kapuska. Kapuska back to Alexander. Trevin goes up and scores. Great pass by Kapuska. The Lakers playing great basketball here these last few minutes. Trevin with 14. The Laker lead is 19. 35 seconds remaining here in the half. As Nash on the right side, back to Eccles. Over to Johnson. Johnson drives in. Kapuska picks his pocket. DK is going to go down the other end. I don't think he can dunk it, but he's going to lay the ball up off the glass and in. And it's 44-23. The Lakers playing great basketball here. Kapuska looks a little winded. Looks like he may have a cramp in his leg. He's kind of holding that leg. Eccles with the ball. 2 seconds left. One out to Nash for three. No good. It's airballed. And at halftime, the Lakers, what a great start to this one, leading 44-23. We'll talk about it when we come back on the halftime report presented by Northwestern Mutual. Lakers lead by 21. You're listening to GVSU Basketball here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
All right, I got 6 highlights. I got Alexander just making that three recently off of a good pass from Kapuska.
Okay.
Hayes making a big play, big score. I think you said a really witty line for it. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, jeez. I'm usually not very witty.
Then I had another Hayes going up and scoring with the right hand.
Okay.
I got a Alexander three from earlier. Rice came three, and then another Rice came where he goes up and scores and gets fouled.
Okay. Well, let's go with that Alexander three, because I think that was at the end of that crazy play.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one. I like that one a lot. And then whatever you got for Hayes, because those have been our two.
You got one from Hayes?
Yeah. Those have been.
All right.
Yeah, whichever one sounds good for Hayes, because those have been our two best players here so far.
All right. I got the Hayes one is going to be 10 seconds, and the Alexander three, because you're going kind of a bit of an explanation. That one is like 20 seconds, just so you know.
Okay. Sure. Thanks for letting me know.
Yep. Yeah, and it sounded like a crazy play.
Just the ball was on the floor. Nobody could pick it up. We were going after it. They were going after it. Nothing was happening. Then we finally got it back, and then we're able to finally score. So.
Awesome. All right. Cool. And I'll just tell you during the next break. It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
We got 10 seconds. All right, I'm playing the halftime open. All right, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Here on the halftime report, DJ Foster with you at halftime. Grand Valley State leads 44-23. A great first half for the Lakers. Really started to take off about midway through the half. and really got it going with some big plays late in the half. The Grand Valley State shot 48% from the field in the opening 20 minutes, went to the line 16 times and made 13 free throws. Northern Michigan at just 29% from the field and 33% from three-point range. Grand Valley State forced 9 Northern Michigan turnovers and scored 12 points off those turnovers. Lakers with a 16-6 edge in points in the paint, an 8-1 advantage in second chance points, and a 19-4 cushion in bench points, a lot of those due to Trevin Alexander. In the first half, with Chaz Rollins battling some foul trouble, Alexander with 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 from three-point range, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a couple of really good highlights for Trevin Alexander. Here's one of those in the first half of action.
All of the above. Correct. E is the correct answer. That's also
All right, this is the long one.
All right. Let's encourage her. It's the last shot here.
All right, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
So Alexander with a game-high 14 points. Not far behind him is Aaron Hayes. 11 points, 3 rebounds, all on the offensive glass, and 1 assist. AJ's 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 at the line. Those two combined, Alexander and Hayes with 25, Northern Michigan with just 23. Here's one of Aaron Hayes' first half highlights.
All right, get ready, and go.
So Hayes with 11, 14 for Alexander, 8 points for Rieskamp. Darren Kabuska off the bench, 6 assists, 0 turnovers. He's just upping that assist-to-turnover ratio, which again is 5th best in the GLIAC already. He's got 6 assists in this one. Marcus Hall with 8 points for Northern Michigan, 6 for Nava Eccles, and 4 apiece for Kenny Williams and Donnell Seegers. At halftime, it's 44-23 Lakers. That first half recap brought to you by Ruth's Chris Steakhouse inside the Amway Grand Plaza in downtown Grand Rapids. Make your reservation today at ruthschris.com. Come on back for the halftime spotlight as we'll talk to Jeff Bauer, the assistant coach for Grand Valley State, as we'll preview the upcoming game against Michigan Tech this Saturday afternoon. Again, that's here. The halftime report presented by Northwestern Mutual. Grand Valley State leads at the half, 44-23. You're listening to Laker basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
All right, I got the interview queued up and ready to go.
Okay.
The thing I was going to say was you won't be able to hear me during I just realized you won't be able to hear me during the scoreboard. So, I mean, what I'll do is I'll throw it back to you, but what I'll do is I'll just bring up like some rejoin music and I'll play a liner, and then I'll be able to tell you I'll give you the typical countdown over the phone.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be a little, see, this is one of those things that I'll have to mention because this makes the scoreboard thing harder for me to throw it to you. You won't be able to hear it, so
right.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that big of a problem or issue. So
okay.
Yeah, well, I'll just try to time it out as best I can.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. And
all right.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Sounds good. Thanks.
What month is National Pizza Month? September 1st, it was in October. True or false, the Hawaiian pizza was created in Canada? That is correct. That is true. Just one more question here. What night is the most popular night to order pizza? Friday is close. Saturday night, okay? What U.S. city is known for their deep dish pizza? Chicago, congratulations, Nelly. Great job, man. You just want to give cards to Myers. Make the play. Myers minute to win it. Fans member enjoy simple savings with endless digital coupons and rewards. Choose your own savings from hundreds of offers each week. Just flip your digital coupon, redeem the savings at your MyersForGivers.com. last year's Pizza Wars winners. You have selected your favorites, and now it's time to present these awards categories as follows: Judge Choice, Golden Pizza, Student Choice, and Best Specialty Pizza. And the winners are... Drum roll from the band. Help me out here, guys. All right, the Judge's Choice goes to Pepinos. Give a round of applause to Pepinos. All right, coming up next, cue the drum. Up next for the Golden Pizza Award goes to Jess. Congratulations, Jess, on the Golden Pizza Award. Let's give Jim Pettis a round of applause here. Our coaching gets a request to show every Monday night from 6 to 7 o'clock at 2 Pizza in Allendale, just a mile west of here. All right, now on a Student Choice Award. The winner of the Student Choice Award goes to Hungry Howie. Let's give it up for Hungry Howie. And finally, the Best Specialty Pizza goes to Cottage Inn. Big thank you to all of you for participating. Of course, thank you to our contestants and wonderful pizza tonight. I want to thank you all for participating. Thank you, and make sure to come out next year again.
I'll have you. I haven't been feeling good, so I'm not too heavy, but I'm not.
We don't want to sell from one area audience, so stop by their office today for more information and a tour from Renton East King. Live life well. Fox Motors is about to support the GVSU. Fox Motors promotional team with their vehicles driving the lane is brought to you by Fox Motors.
I would say legal hits. I don't know if we can get many more than we do. We probably get more than we can. Yeah, legal hits. It would increase. But can we get another? Yes.
Fans, make sure to read about the latest on Laker News at MLive.com. MLive, your audience on TV.
Money for like 3 motherfucking months.
And as a reminder, earlier on, the T-shirt council is presented by Campus West Apartments. Campus West Apartments, proud sponsor around by the city of Pleasant. Invite you to stop by the discussing leasing options with their leasing specialists.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Hey, we play Iowa this weekend.
And let's welcome back your Grand Valley State Lakers.
Best guys you've seen out of them this year? It's up there. It's up there. Just the way they're kind of pulling away. I just don't know how good Northern is, or also for sure would be.
Award winner. I'll give you a second to get out your tickets. Again, that's a blue ticket. This month, I'm going to announce the winner of the winning numbers. If you did win one for the scores table, you got yourself $80.
Good pass, man.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you? Yeah, big game. You a Browns fan too?
I went to the game when they played against the Magic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
keep the score updated. We've got some hands. They'll fly away from us. Again, the number 565-839.
That's all right.
Somebody number 2 and go from there.
Hey, DJ, are you back?
Goff?
Yeah.
That's what everyone's been saying so far.
Yeah.
What if Bosa ends up at number 2? Joey Bosa from Ohio State?
We can take it too, you know.
He'd be all right.
I'm sure the Browns going to trade up for some picks too.
I would think so, but we'll see. I like the new coach. He seems like he'll be all right.
Yeah, I hope so. We hope so. You know, believe in
That's all we can do. Believe in it. Exactly right. That's right.
All right.
DJ?
Yo.
Oh, okay, cool. Now I just want to make sure that you were back.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yep, I'm here. We got about a minute 30, so you could probably cut this break short if you need it.
All right. Yeah, the 30-second spot just started, so you said we only got a minute 30?
Yes.
Do you think we even have enough time for a scoreboard, or should we just skip it?
You can do it. Just keep it short. You can even maybe take one of these breaks out. A 30-second spot, take it out, or I just don't want you to go too long into the second half.
All right. So about how long should I go for? A minute?
Minute's fine. Yeah.
All right. I'm about to go on right now.
So doesn't get knocked over.
Welcome back to the second half of Grand Valley State Laker basketball.
All right. I got rejoin music playing liner. Get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
Back here on the halftime report presented by, well, no, actually, we just finished up the halftime report presented by Northwestern Mutual. Now we're trying to figure out something with the scores table across the way. There's maybe a foul discrepancy or something being handled on the other side of the floor. But Lakers leading 44-23 as we get ready for the start of the second half. I think maybe it was a starter. That's what it looks like. Maybe they had the wrong player entered into the scorebook to start the second half. So Marcus Hall, the original starter, was not entered into the scorebook, I guess, to start the second half. So he's getting ready to check in now, but Isaiah Johnson has taken his place. So that's kind of a weird deal to start off second half. And now an illegal screen on Northern Michigan will get Hall back into the game a little quicker than he thought, but that foul's on Kenny Williams, and his third foul already, just early into this second half. As Rieskamp gets it into Hayes, Lakers leading by 21. Trying to keep up the momentum that they ended the first half with. Down to Carbajal, in the paint, spins, fadeaway shot is up and good. Ricky Carbajal with the bucket. Nice shot there for Ricky. He's got 6 points. Laker lead is out to 23. They're doubling up. Northern Michigan here early in the second half. Eccles, top of the key. West clapping his hands, waiting for Eccles to do something with the ball. Eccles goes to the right. Over to Hall. Hall in the corner, back to Eccles. Drives at West, goes up with the shot off the glass and scores. Nice finish there for Naba Eccles. Makes it 46-25. Hayes dribbles around over to the left side to West. Gets it to West. Cross-court pass to an open Rieskamp. Fakes the three. Drives in. Little contact, and he is fouled on the way up by Terry Nash. So Luke Rieskamp will go to the stripe. Luke 3 for 3 at the line in the first half. Again, 73% shooter. Team's leading scorer at 14.5 points per game. He had 8 points in 14 minutes of that first half. Makes his first free throw. Go in comfort, go in style, and go green. Go with Cardinal buses. Let's go ahead and take a quick 10-second break. Legal identification, let the stations identify themselves right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Thanks.
Yeah,
All right, yep. I'll give you a countdown in 3, 2, 1, go.
So Rice-Camp makes the second free throw. It's 48-25. He's got 10 points. Third Laker in double figures, joining Alexander and Hayes. Ball over on the right side to Eccles. Eccles comes off the screen. On the right side, looks over to Seegers. Seegers goes up. Shot is good. Rollins came over to help contest, but Seegers already had a full head of steam, and he finished. Hayes to the right wing. Looking down low to Rice-Camp. Now he comes back out. Over to Carbajal on the right side. Back to Rice-Camp. Over to Carbajal. Ricky fakes the three. Drives in. Back to Rice-Camp. He'll put up the three. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Nash. Seegers. Top of the key, looking down to Williams. They're trying to exploit that matchup. Seegers gets into the paint. Gets the ball knocked away from behind by Rice-Camp. West with it. West goes up. Shot is no good. Rice-Camp tips it up and in. Luke Rice-Camp puts the Lakers up 50-27. He's got 12 points. Just like that, the Lakers look like they're starting to pull away from this one. Kenny Williams over to the left side to Eccles. Eccles. Cross-court pass to Seegers. Open in the corner for three, and airballs it. Williams gets the rebound. He goes up and is fouled hard by Chaz Rollins. And Williams will go to the free throw line. Williams been big guy at the line for Northern Michigan. 6'6", 285. The first half he had 4 points, 3 rebounds. He does have 3 fouls now. He was 2 for 2 at the stripe in the first half and makes the first one here. Justin Greason checks in for Chaz Rollins, who picks up his 3rd foul. Rollins scoreless here tonight as he was on the bench for most of the first half with foul trouble. Williams' second free throw is up and good. 50-29. Grand Valley State on top, 17:35 to play. Hayes gets over to Rice-Camp. A little full court pressure from Northern Michigan here. Zone defense. Hayes gets in the paint, goes up, scores. All 3 refs are calling a foul, and they're going to call a charge on Hayes. I could have sworn at least one of them was going to say it was a block, but the referee below, the closest to the call, whistled and called Hayes with the charge. So no bucket. Hayes' first foul, 2 fouls on both teams here to start the second half. Get the ball over to Seegers. Now to Eccles in the corner. Looking down to Williams. Up top to Nash. Nash gets into the paint, spins, stops, out to Eccles for 3. Corner 3 is good, and West fouled him on it. He'll have a chance for the 4-point play. Zach West. If Eccles would have missed the shot, would have been a 3 free throws for Naba Eccles. Not a great foul there by West. Gives him a chance to a 4-point play. Eccles is a 78% free throw shooter. He's got 11 points now after that 3-point make. Free throws up and good, 50-33. So a 4-point possession for Northern Michigan there. They're going to go back to their full court zone defense. Rice-Camp to Hayes. They get it across the timeline. Back to Rice-Camp left side. Over to Carbajal. Northern Michigan back into a 3-2 zone. Hayes to Rice-Camp to West. West to Hayes, left side. Over to Rice-Camp. West in the corner with it now. 6 on the clock. Carbajal to Rice-Camp. Luke catches, goes up, and scores off the glass. Rice-Camp didn't even take a dribble. Carbajal flipped it over to him. He just took one big pivot step and scored. Luke Rice-Camp now with 14 points. It's 52-33. Seegers, right side, near the Northern Michigan bench, and head coach Bill Saul. Seegers crosses over on Carbajal, gets in the paint, goes up and scores. Pretty move there by Donnell Seegers, 6'5" senior forward from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. On the other end, Reiskamp had the ball nearly stolen, but he gets it back up top to Hayes. Hayes to Carbajal, over to Reiskamp. Reiskamp to Hayes, top, looking into Greason near the left elbow. Greason back to Carbajal, 10 on the shot clock. Hayes comes off a screen from Carbajal, crosses over in the paint, little floaters up and in. Nice crossover there by Aaron Hayes. Got Seegers, back on his heels. And AJ gets the bucket. 13 for Hayes. The lead is at 19 for Grand Valley State. Kenny Williams, right side to Nash. Nash up top to Seegers. Puts it on the floor. Over to Eccles in the corner for three. Shots no good. And a long rebound goes out of bounds. It's off Greason, but he was fouled by Kenny Williams. I believe it was on Williams. If it was, that's his fourth. It is. 4 fouls on Williams as Trevin Alexander checks in for Ricky Carbajal. Kenny Williams comes out, and Alex Mustert checks in for Northern Michigan. Darren Kapuska checks in for the Lakers for Zach West. He gets it over to Alexander. He flips it over to Hayes. Hayes comes off a screen from Alexander to Kapuska. Reiskamp drives baseline, puts up a shot, offensive foul on Luke Reiskamp as Mustert stepped in there and took the charge. Kapuska comes back in the game after a first half where he scored 2 points, had 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and 6 assists without a turnover in just 12 minutes. Checking back in for Northern Michigan is Jordan Perez. Comes in for Seegers. Eccles to Nash on the G and the GV logo at midcourt. Drives on Hayes, back to Perez. Perez drives over to Eccles. Eccles crosses over to Perez in the right corner for 3. Shot is in and out, no good. Greason the rebound. That's Greason's 6th rebound already. His career high is 9. Alexander in the paint. Trevin goes up with a shot. He is fouled. I believe it's going to be on Mustert. With 14:35 to play, it's going to take us to immediate timeout. Early here in the second half, it's Grand Valley State 54, Northern Michigan 35. You're listening to Laker basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Seconds.
Okay.
Rejoin music. Liner. And get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
14:35 to play. Grand Valley State leads by 19. DJ Foster sitting courtside with you. Lakers looking to move to 12-3 on the year and 6-3 in conference play. Trevin Alexander will be at the free throw line for GVSU. He's got 14 points to lead all scorers. Reiskamp also with 14, and Aaron Hayes with 13. Now the Eccles has 12 points for Northern Michigan to lead the Wildcats as Alexander makes his first free throw. Trevin is 76% free throw shooter as Alec Marty will check in for Aaron Hayes. Trevin has now tied his season high. He's 2 points away from a career high. Give him 16 for Trevin Alexander. And it's a 21-point Laker lead. Left side is Marcus Hall with it for Northern Michigan. And looks down to Mustard, and it's kicked out of bounds by Alexander. 20 seconds on the shot clock. As Perez looks in and gets it into Terry Nash. Nash drives baseline, spins, and is fouled by Marty. 5 fouls on the Lakers here in the first few minutes of the second half. 4 on Northern Michigan. A lot of free throws already have been shot in this game. 28 free throws already. 18 of them by the Lakers. Lakers go to his own defense here. Hall with it. Back to Perez. Perez over to Eccles. Back to Perez. They try and get it down low, and it's kicked by Rieskamp with 17 on the shot clock. Mustard tried to find Nash cutting back door, and Rieskamp got his boot on it. Alexander giving Nash trouble to get the ball in bounds, but he finally does. Perez is going to pull it from the left wing for 3. Shot's no good. Rieskamp the rebound. He tries to track it down before going out of bounds, and it's stolen by Nash. Nash right side to Hall. Hall gets in the paint. It's stripped by either Rieskamp or Kapuska. Out to Rieskamp in transition. He goes up. Shot is no good, but Rieskamp draws the foul on Terry Nash. Rieskamp took it straight at Nash after his 3rd steal of the ball game. Luke 5 for 5 at the stripe. Again, a team. He's got 14 points, 2 behind Alexander. Make it 1 as he makes the first free throw. Country Dairy is the official milk of GVSU athletics. The foul on Nash was his 2nd. Rieskamp makes both. He's got 16 as well. Chaz Rollins will come in for Justin Greason. Deshaun Lewis checks in for Luke Rieskamp. It's 58-35 Lakers, 13:43 to play. Eccles dribbles up the right sideline for Northern Michigan over near the Northern Michigan bench. Splits a double team off the pick. Over to Isaiah Johnson. Johnson stops. Flips it back to Mustard. Mustard working on Alexander. Out to Eccles. 10 on the shot clock. Eccles into the paint. Goes up. Shot may have been blocked by Alexander. Mustard gets it back up. It's rebounded by Rollins. Rollins long pass to Kapuska. DK to Marty. Marty puts up the 3. Shot's no good. Rollins the rebound. Chaz gets it. Goes back up with it and scores. What a possession for Rollins. The defensive rebound on one end, the offensive rebound on the other, and scores. 60-35 Lakers. Over to Eccles. The left wing. Out to Johnson. Johnson to Nash. 12:42 to play in this one. Mustard with it. Looks over to the left side to Eccles. Pull up 3. Kapuska may have blocked it. It's a shot clock violation, but they keep play going as Lakers have it. Marty into the paint, goes up, tries to finish with the left hand. He can't. Rollins gets the rebound. Chaz goes back up with it and scores again. Chaz Rollins just outworking this Northern Michigan team right now. 62-35. Chaz now with 4 points and 5 rebounds after having a slow first half when he was in foul trouble. Johnson with it. Over to Mustard. They look down and get it into Mustard, who is fouled. Let's see who the foul was on. I think it was on Rollins. And Rollins pleading to stay in the game, but Ricky Carbajal is going to check in for him. So Rollins with 4 fouls, 62-35, 11:59 to play. Johnson, right side. Over to Hall. Hall out to Seegers. Back to Johnson, open for 3, and he banks it in. 62-38. Isaiah Johnson, not the best-looking three-point shot, but it counts all the same. And it's 62-38. Alexander to Kapuska. DK drives out to Carbajal. Fakes the three, over to Lewis. Lewis drives, kicks it out to Kapuska. DK, great bounce pass to Carbajal for three. Shot's no good. Rebound on the weak side by Mustard. Out to Johnson. He drives, puts the shot up, and he is fouled. Carbajal looks like he's cramping up a little bit. Maybe took a shot to the knee. 11-11 remaining. Johnson will go to the free throw line. Foul was on Lewis, his second. Team's 7. So Northern Michigan shooting free throws the rest of the way. We got a long way to go. Free throw for Johnson is up and good. Justin Greason checks in, and Juwan Starks back into the game for the Lakers. 6'5" junior guard from Oswego, Illinois. Johnson's second free throw. Puts it up. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Mustard. Out to Nash. Nash to Seegers. He's going to put up the three from the corner. It's no good. Rebounded again by Mustard. Mustard spins, goes back up with it, and scores. So Alex Mustard, a couple offensive rebounds and 2 points on that possession. It's 62-41. Kapuska dribbles between traffic, gets in the paint. Nice feed for Carbajal. Ricky goes up and finishes, and he's fouled. Great pass by Darren Kapuska. And Carbajal looks like he's apologizing to his teammates for letting Mustard get those rebounds on the other end. You can hear him say, "My bad." Normally guys who score points on one end don't say that. But he pointed down to the other end of the floor as if to say, that was all me on that side. Carbajal makes the free throw, so he gets the points back. 65-41, Ricky has 9. Nash gets it across the timeline. 10:40 remaining in this one. Lakers in complete control here. Nash down low to Mustard. Cross-court pass. The three is up by Perez. It's no good. Rebounded by Carbajal. Starks with it. To Kapuska. Back to Starks. Back to Kapuska. DK tripped up a little bit. Over to Marty on the right side. Marty to Starks. Starks over to Kapuska. DK drives in. Cross-court pass to Starks. Catches it. 5 on the clock. Juwan steps back for 3. Shot's no good. Loose ball is high in the air, and Perez comes down with it. Then Greason steals it from behind. So Lakers get the ball back on a wild play. That ball went really high into the air. And Lakers end up getting it back. Kapuska just crosses the timeline now over to Starks. Starks moves away from a screen from Carbajal. Nice feed to Ricky on the pick and roll. Ricky goes in and scores. A great pass from Juwan Starks. Carbajal with 11. And it's 67-41 Lakers. Nash gets it across midcourt. Dribbles over to the right side and up top to Johnson. And an illegal screen by Alex Mustard. The Lakers will get the basketball back when we come back from this media timeout. 9:21 to go. It's 67-41 Grand Valley State. Listen to Laker basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Media timeout. All right, everybody that made their year with you channels and put a chance to win a year's worth of free food. Well, we got Samuel here. There are 3 Joe's cards. Please take down the court. Samuel will have an opportunity to choose a card and shoot from that spot. If the shot is made, the prize is his. Okay, so we got 3 different spots. Choose one of the 3, and if you make a shot, we're going to see what you win. 1 year's worth of food. All right, you can take the food for Samuel. Good luck. Let's give a round of applause to folks. Encouragement. Sorry about that, Samuel. What was it anyway? You might as well see. Tell us what the prize was.
10 seconds.
Free pizza puffs. Those things are good. Oh, well, too bad, Samuel. Better luck next time.
We got rejoin music.
Stay tuned.
Liner. And get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
67-41, Lakers all over Northern Michigan here inside the Fieldhouse Arena, Allendale, Michigan. Grand Valley State comes back out with Starks, Marty, and Hayes in the backcourt, Carbajal and Greason in the front court. Grand Valley State experimenting with a couple different lineups now. You can do that when you're up 26 with just 9 minutes left to go in the game. Carbajal left wing over to Starks, top of the key. Starks to Hayes. AJ drives, gets the ball stripped by Nash. Good defensive play there by Terry Nash. It's across the timeline. Over to Kenny Williams. He's going to put up the three and hit. Kenny Williams from downtown. That's his first made three-pointer of the season. Marty gets it over to Carbajal, 67-44 Lakers. Starks comes off the screen. Over to Marty. Marty down to Greason. Justin in the paint, spins, goes up with the left hand, shot's no good. Carbajal the rebound, out to Hayes. Hayes to Carbajal, back to Greason. Ball knocked away out of bounds, so it'll be Laker ball off of Kenny Williams. As Zach West and Chaz Rollins come back in the game for the Lakers for Alec Marty and Justin Greason. Rollins is going to inbound, 24 seconds on the shot clock. Into Carbajal. They get it to Rollins. Starks getting pushed around, trying to set a screen. Rollins misses the shot, tips it up, misses that one, tips it up, and he scores! Chaz Rollins making the most of his opportunities here, as he got a couple of rebounds on that possession. Missed a couple of shots, but got the bucket to go, and he has a chance at the three-point play here. Chaz with 6 points and 7 boards now. Free throws up. And good, it rattles home. Luke Reiskamp will check in for Jawan Starks. 70-44 Lakers. They're doing this against one of the better teams, defensive teams, in the league in Northern Michigan, who's giving up just 67 points a game. Lakers are not well past it, but are past that with 8 minutes left to go. Ball is stolen by Hayes on a bad pass. AJ's got it. He's going to try and go up. Oh, he tried to throw down the dunk, and he is fouled hard by Donnell Seegers. Man, when a guy gets up in the air like that, you really got to watch. That could be an intentional foul. I don't think any ill will was meant by Seegers, but he is just fouled out of the game, so he went out with the bang. But you always worry about player safety there. Hayes crashed into the padded backboard behind the hoop. He looks to be okay. But Seegers went up hard for that foul, and Hayes wanted to throw it down. It's 8:03 remaining. He'll have 2 free throws here. First free throw for AJ is up and good. 14 points for Aaron Hayes. Reiskamp and Alexander lead the way with 16 apiece. Hayes misses the second. Rollins tips it up and gets the rebound. Out to West. West is going to put up the three. No good. Rollins goes after it again and gets it again. Out to Reiskamp and over to Hayes. Chaz Rollins is rebounding every missed shot in sight. Rollins to Reiskamp. Back to Chaz. He goes up and almost scores. He is fouled. Tell you what, the minutes that Chaz Rollins has played in this one have been energetic, to say the least. He goes back to the free throw line. Chaz has been credited with just 9 minutes so far. He's dealt with some foul trouble. He's got 7 points and 9 rebounds, 6 of them on the offensive glass. Chaz's first free throw is up and good. As Larry Burnett III is going to check in for Northern Michigan. He comes in for Marcus Hall, who kind of limps to the sideline. Again, Hall, a Grand Rapids product. He went to East Grand Rapids High School. So kind of a homecoming for him, but it's not turning out the way he would like. Rollins' second free throw is no good. Carbajal the rebound. He goes back up with it and scores. So the Lakers are starting to run away with this one now, leading 74-44. Really starting to prepare well for Michigan Tech on Saturdays. There's some confidence going, a lot of momentum with this, what will be a victory. As Eccles drives, kicks it out in the left corner to Burnett for three, airballed. Rollins had his hands on it for a second. Williams comes down with it, goes back up and scores. 74-46, just over 7 minutes to play. Hayes. Over to Rollins, right wing. Rollins to Hayes. He drives, leaves it for West, top of the key. West over to Reiskamp, left side. Reiskamp down to Carbajal. Carbajal to Hayes. AJ, oh, step back. Shots up and in. Aaron Hayes, what a shot there. Really nice move from Aaron Hayes. He's got 16. And the lead is back out to 30. 6.5 minutes to go. This ball on the right side to Nash. Nash looks down to Williams. He's going to put up the jumper. Shot is no good. Tipped away, rebounded by West. Out to Chaz Rollins. He's going to go up and throws down the dunk. He got his steps a little bit caught up. A little funny there, but still threw it down with the one hand. It's 78-46. As Rollins now in the double figures, waiting for his official point total. But the Lakers lead by 32 with 6 minutes to go. Burnett over to Johnson on the right side. Out to Eccles. Eccles down to Williams. Catches it, goes up and scores. And I think the foul was on Hayes, as Rollins just kind of had his hands up in the air. It was on Chaz Rollins. I don't know how it was, but Chaz will foul out of this game with 10 points and a lot of activity here in the second half. Chaz with 10 points, 9 rebounds, one rebound shy of a double-double, 6 of those coming on the offensive glass. Looks like the guys are teasing him a little bit about that. I'm sure they're saying that was a weak dunk. He was all by himself. Chaz could have done something really nice. And at 6'8", he definitely has the hops to do so. And he just kind of got his footing caught up and kind of soared in for the LeBron-type dunk just with the one hand. So the free throws were good by Kenny Williams. 78-49 as he makes the three-point play. West with it, over to Greason. Justin goes up. He wanted to dunk. And the ball is knocked away out of bounds by Eccles. 5:40 to go. It's Kapuska, Reiskamp, and West. Carbajal and Greason on the floor for the Lakers. Carbajal gets it into Reiskamp. Reiskamp back to Carbajal. Over to Kapuska. Kapuska to Carbajal. Now back to DK in the left corner. Up top to Reiskamp. 4 on the clock. I don't know if Luke notices. 1, puts it up. Oh, in and out. It's a long rebound over to Eccles in the corner. It'll go to Northern Michigan. Thought it was off Northern Michigan, but they get the ball back. 78-49, 5:17 to go. Eccles crosses midcourt. Williams over to the left side to Johnson. Johnson to Eccles. They're looking down to Williams again. They get it down to him. Faces the basket. Passes it over to Nash, left wing. Nash into the paint. Gets there and scores from the left side. 78-51. Grand Valley State on top with 4:44 remaining. Kapuska crosses midcourt. Looks over to the left side to Reiskamp. Reiskamp to West. Over to Carbajal. Kapuska with it. Greason trying to spot up near the free throw line. Kapuska drives in, kicks it out to Carbajal. Back to Reiskamp. 8 on the clock. Luke drives with it. Little floater in the paint. He scores. Luke Reiskamp makes it 80-51. Luke with 18. Just above his season average. Northern Michigan gets it across. Nash on the right side. Williams over to Johnson. We're at 4 minutes remaining in this one now. Burnett to Nash, top of the key. Nash drives in, spins, leaves it for Williams. Williams in the paint. Weird move. He kind of just flung his body around. And he is fouled as we'll go to a media timeout. 3:50 to go. It's 80-51 Grand Valley State. Let's make sure that the referees call the media timeout. They do. We'll take it as well. 29-point lead for the Lakers. You're listening to GVSU basketball here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
All right, fans, it's time for the press Frisbee Toss Challenge with Kyle. Kyle, raise your hand. You are famous, man. We'll be more famous with you can in 30 seconds. Land 3 Frisbees on the
10 seconds.
More information. And a reminder, fans, this Saturday it's a blackout. Come on,
We got rejoin music. Liner. And get ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
80-51, Grand Valley State leads Northern Michigan. DJ Foster here with you as the Lakers made some subs during that media timeout. Miles Miller, Sam McClendon, and Drake Barr all into the game. McClendon, the 6-foot sophomore guard from Southfield, Michigan. Miles Miller, 5'8", sophomore guard from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And Drake Barr, the 6'8", sophomore center from Comstock Park, Michigan. Kenny Williams' first free throw is no good. So Laker 5 out there is Kapuska, McClendon, Miller, Barr, and Greason. Second free throw by Williams bounces up and around and finally in. As Miles Miller gets it inbounds from McClendon. Over to Greason, right wing. Greason hands it off to Kapuska. Kapuska drives baseline, finds Miller in the corner for 3, no good. Kapuska the rebound. Dribbles up, gives it to Greason. Just outside the paint on the right side, back to Kapuska. 3.5 to play, McClendon down to Greason. Greason into the paint on the right block, goes up, scores, and they whistle him for a travel. Greason and Williams are bumping around down there. Again, two big guys. Greason at 6'10", 230. Kenny Williams, 6'6", 285. Eccles comes off a screen from Williams. And back to Williams for 3. That's good. Kenny Williams, again, came into this game, hadn't shot a 3 all year, and he's 2 for 3 in this one. 80-55. Williams now with 18. McClendon drives into the paint, goes up, and scores. Gets the shot to roll around the rim and in. Sam McClendon finishes there. Eccles over to Nash. Nash in the paint, leaves it in the corner for Burnett. Burnett's 3 is up. It's no good. It's knocked out of bounds. And I think it's going to be Northern Michigan basketball. Deshaun Lewis checks in for Darren Kapuska. So 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores on the floor for the Lakers. Kapuska's evening is finished. 7 assists, no turnovers for Kapuska again. So his last 4 games, he's had 32 assists and 4 turnovers. It should be 4+ games, so including tonight. So 5 games for Kapuska. Unbelievable the way he's been running the point recently. Lakers in a 2-3 zone here. Northern Michigan gets it into Jordan Perez. Back to Williams. He goes up. Shot is no good. Knocked away. Rebounded by McClendon. 2:15 to go. This one is pretty much finished up. We just have some a final score to worry about. Deshaun Lewis with it. Drives in the paint. Spins and is fouled on the way up by Kenny Williams. So Deshaun Lewis will go to the free throw line for the Lakers. Williams fouls out of the ballgame with 18 points for Kenny Williams. A good effort for him. He'll be replaced by Alex Mustard. So Lewis at the stripe. On the year, I was going to say it, he was a perfect 5 for 5, and then he missed that one. As Harold Wiggins checks in for the Lakers, the 6'3" junior guard from Benton Harbor. Lewis's second free throw is also no good. So he went 5 for 5 to start the year and misses 2 there. Eccles nearly loses the ball, gets it over to Johnson. For 3, that's good. 82-58. Drake Barr gets it into Miller. Miller over to McClendon, left side. McClendon hands it off to Wiggins. Lewis to Miller on the right side, 1:40 to go. Look down low to McClendon. Sam posting up, goes up and is fouled on the way up by Isaiah Johnson. That was a set play for Sam McClendon to get posted up down low. Good job there by McClendon. McClendon 2 for 6 at the free throw line. His first one is up and no good. Pepinos, see you after the game. Grand Rapids area's premier sports grill. Second one for McClendon is up and in. 83-58, 138 to play. Remember, the Lakers will be at home again on Saturday afternoon against Michigan Tech, a 3 p.m. start, 2:45 with the pregame show. It's a blackout, so make sure to wear black if you come out to the game, or even if you're at home just to support the Lakers. As Naba Eccles drives and is fouled on the way up. The foul was on Miles Miller, his first. Both teams well into the bonus now. Make sure you stay tuned, or stay with us, I should say, after this one finishes up, as Eccles makes the first. Stay tuned to the Uccello's post-game show. We'll talk with head coach Rick Wesley about this one. Free throws up and good for Eccles. 83-60. McClendon gets it into Lewis. A little full-court pressure from Northern Michigan. Lewis to McClendon on the right side to Wiggins. Wiggins looking to post up Miller down low. Can't get it to him. Now Miller has it just outside the block. Hands off to Deshaun Lewis in the paint. Goes up. Shot is no good. McClendon comes flying out of nowhere to tip it up. No. Drake Barr had it. His tip was no good. And out to Lewis. Wow, what activity there. Like 3 offensive rebounds maybe, depending on how you count the tip-ins. Drake Barr with it. Spin move. Goes up off the glass. No good. Deshaun Lewis keeps it alive. Tips it out to McClendon. And over to Miles Miller. Wow, the Lakers are just all over the glass here in this final minute. Miles Miller. He whistled for an offensive foul. He wrapped his arm around the Northern Michigan defender to get through a double team. 42.1 seconds to go. It's going to be not much more to this one, as Northern Michigan's going to probably try and get a bucket or two here. But the Lakers have been in control for the most part in this one. Northern Michigan had a 1-point lead early in the ballgame. That was their biggest lead. Lead changed hands 4 times, but it's really been all Grand Valley. As the 3 from the corner is up and good by Isaiah Johnson. Miller gets it inbounds. Shot clock is turned off, so Lakers can just hold it. That looks like what Miles Miller will do, as long as nobody comes up to him from Northern Michigan. Just dribbling out right in front of me on press row. 10 seconds left. It's 83-63. The Lakers are going to have an impressive home victory here, just the way that they played. Northern Michigan is going to drop to 4-9 in the year, but the way the Lakers won the game was very impressive. Grand Valley State wins. Let's take a break. Come on back. We'll talk to head coach Rick Wesley in Uccello's post-game show. You're listening to GVSU basketball right here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.